Hi guys, it's Amelia from Body Fluent Physical Therapy. I wanted to demonstrate an easy two-person treatment that you can do at home. First, I'm going to demonstrate a technique starting at the neck. So you're going to take your hands and place them at the base of the skull, behind the person's head, and you're going to let their head rest in your hands. And so I've got my hands in this position, right at the base of my fingers are at the base of the skull, and I'm just letting the person's head relax into my hands. Now, an interesting thing about this position, this is Shavasana, it's a really great reset position for your body. It allows your body to settle. I recommend doing it on a hard surface. Right now we're on the floor with a mat, a Pilates mat or yoga mat underneath, and I'm letting his body just relax into my hands. And now in order for the body to relax, it takes about 90 seconds for your body to fully let go. So I'm not trying to do anything right now. I'm just letting him relax. And I want to make a note that when you're working with somebody, or don't have the purpose of fixing them. We're not trying to fix them. We're just trying to help their own body fix itself. And we're just supporting it so that it can do that. So as he's relaxed into my hands, I can start to provide a gentle traction. So what that means is I'm just going to kind of lean my body backwards. And if you'd like, you can even put yourself in a more comfortable position. I'm going to put my legs this way because it's important to protect your body while you're treating somebody else. So I'm almost pulling back a little bit on his head with the weight of my body. I'm not muscling it. I'm not forcing it. And again, his head is fully relaxed into my hand. My fingers at the base of his skull are gripping his head, and I'm just allowing his body to let go. Again, I'm going to need to give it about 90 seconds at least for his body to relax and let go. And the funny thing is, you'll notice that as you are watching the person relax and let go, you too will relax and let go. So after you've provided the gentle traction for at least 90 seconds, even more if you can gently release the traction and gently release the head. Another favorite co-treatment I like to do is a cross hand release to the pectoral region. We all get very tense in here, and this is a great way to loosen up this area. So I'm going to take my hands, and it's best if you can do it on the skin. So if you're with a woman, you're not on the breasts, you're above the breasts and the chest. And you're just going to cross your hands. My hands are crisscrossed. I'm going to do it above the shirt just for demonstration purposes. And I'm just going to let my hands first make contact with his body. And I'm letting the weight of my hands sink into his chest without any pressure. And after about 90 seconds, you're going to provide a gentle push in the opposite direction with your hands. So see how my hands are crisscrossed? I am pushing my hands away from each other, opening up his chest very gently. Imagine you're doing this on a baby. You never want to push, never want to force. The person's body is guiding you. And as John Barnes describes it, he points out that you'll start to feel the tissues slowly stretch like warm taffy but you can't force it. Just like with taffy or silly putty, you can't just snap it and push it apart because it'll rip. But when you warm it and you do it slowly, the taffy or the silly putty will elongate and stretch. So you just have to be patient and never force. So I've allowed for about 90 seconds of this cross hand release, and I'm going to gently come out of it, slowly, 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 slowly. And the amazing part of it is you don't realize how much you've moved or how much you've elongated until you come out of the position. It's really amazing. All right, so I switched around. Thank you, patient. Now I'm going to do a traction from the feet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to provide traction to the legs. I am going to place my hands under the heels. So it's like the heel provides a handle for me. And I'm just going to let the person relax into my hands. I might even roll this up a little bit so you can see a little better. So my hands are right underneath. His heels are still on the floor at this point, but my hands can grasp at the ankle because there's room there. Like I said before, you want to be mindful of your own position in this. You don't want to compromise your own back. Engage your abdomen while you're doing this treatment, and try to have good posture. So I'm letting his body relax here. And then I'm going to slowly start to shift my weight backwards. So I was up here, and now notice how I'm just starting to hang backwards off of his legs. Some describe it like water skiing. I find that a little too aggressive because really you're not pulling with that much force. You're just leaning back gently, not pulling, and you'll find that the person that you're working on, their body won't let you move any further. And you never want to force through that barrier. You just want to that's where you know you need to pause and stay there. And just take some deep breaths. And your patient can take some deep breaths and let go. And allow yourself to be in this position. Both of you, allow yourself to be in this position for, like I said, at least 90 seconds to get that relaxation of the muscle and the tissues and the fascia. Now, one of the many reasons why I find these techniques so beneficial is because they're gently aligning the body, which allows the body to heal itself. So much of health care should be about allowing the body to heal itself. Because your body, in its infinite wisdom, knows how to do that. And so by facilitating that opportunity for the body to heal itself, we can make so much more of an impact than we can putting a Band-Aid on it, giving a prescription for it, giving a brace to it. So that's why I find I use these techniques in so many treatments. So I'm going to come out of the position now. Again, very slowly. And gently release. We have one more technique. I'm going to adjust the camera. Okay, so this last technique, they're all my favorite. I was going to say this is my favorite, but they're all my favorite. So this last technique, you're going to gently put your hands on the person. You're going to sit to the side. I'm sitting on this side just for the sake of the video. But what you're going to do is you're going to gently start to push on the person's body, really gently. And you'll start to notice that their body will just kind of move on its own because you're giving it this vibration, this oscillation, and the body will get its own rhythm. So you're working with the person's rhythm. You're not forcing it. When their body comes back to you, that's when you push it the other way. So notice how his whole body is shaking. Well, not shaking, but it's oscillating. Even though I'm going down here, you can see some subtle movement up in his upper body and up into the head and neck. And again, this is using that cool facilitation thing where just by nudging the body in the right direction, the body can do the rest. So this is really great. It loosens up your back, it loosens up your neck, and these oscillations allow the muscles to relax and allow the joints to settle and balance out. And it's a very relaxing oscillation. It's not like a chiropractor's drop or cracking the back. This is a much gentler way to let the body realign itself. Now, for the sake of the video, I'm only doing it on this side so you can see. But I recommend spending the same amount of time on both sides for the sake of symmetry. All right, those are my favorite techniques, and I hope it helps you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask and leave a comment in the description box below.